From Karnataka's Muda scam to Badlapur case, and what did Supreme Court say on Punjab government's notification amending the conditions for admissions under the NRI quota? Let's get you all the big stories of the day in this news wrap. Hi, I'm Charulata Biswas and you're watching the Indian Express. Let's get you started. The Karnataka High Court on Tuesday dismissed a petition filed by Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah against an approval granted by Governor Thawar Chand Gehlot to three private individuals to file cases of corruption against him over a land grant to his wife by the Mysore Urban Development Authority. Here's a report.
In a big setback for Siddaramaiah, the Karnataka High Court on Tuesday dismissed his plea and upheld the governor's sanction to prosecute the chief minister in the alleged Mysore Urban Development Authority (MUDA) scam. A single judge bench of Justice M. Nagaprasanna observed that the complainants were justified in registering the complaint and seeking approval from the governor. The bench further said that it is the duty of complainant to seek approval under Section 17A of the Prevention of Corruption Act, and the governor can take independent decision, Live Law reported. The court concluded that there is no fault in the governor's actions regarding the order to prosecute the chief minister. This decision could significantly shape Karnataka's political landscape.
BJP leader Rajiv Chandrasekhar demanded Chief Minister Siddaramaiah's resignation after Karnataka High Court dismissed his plea challenging governor's sanction. He also accused him of misusing his office to enrich himself and his family.
Siddaramaiah ji today is only continuing a rich old tradition of the Congress party under Rahul Gandhi of coming into governance in the name of the poor, making false promises, fake promises, but always at the end of the day enriching themselves and their families. Today the Bharatiya Janata Party demands that this Chief Minister Siddaramaiah ji immediately tender his resignation, make way for a free and independent investigation into these allegations of corruption, this shameful corruption. And we also go on to say and make this with all responsibility that there is not one Congress leader in Karnataka today that is not involved in some land scam or the other. The Muda case is a very, very shameful example of how a sitting chief minister has misused his office to enrich himself and his family, and the High Court judgment today paves the way for an investigation into this alleged crime, alleged corruption scam, and therefore we call upon Siddaramaiah to resign forthwith and allow for a fair, independent investigation into these allegations of corruption.
Meanwhile, Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar called it a conspiracy against Siddaramaiah. He further said that the BJP was not able to bear the Chief Minister's work.
I am telling you again, there is no setback to the Chief Minister. It is a big conspiracy on all our leaders, including me, which we have faced earlier. Didn't I come clean? No case, my case on went out. So we'll fight it out.
So what's
We respect the legality of this country. Injustice will not be flown from the seat of justice, I have said. We will get justice.
Today, the High Court passed an order I have seen the orders through the media. I am yet to go through the judgment of the Honorable High Court. After going through the judgment, I will react to the judgment both legally and politically.
The Crime Investigation Department (CID) of the Maharashtra Police will take over the inquiry into Monday's encounter killing of a janitor accused in the Badlapur child sexual assault case, as police claims have been questioned. The Thane police have already written to the CID, the National Human Rights Commission, and the DGP's office requesting a CID inquiry of the custodial death, which is mandatory under the protocol. In the meantime, Monday's encounter has sparked a controversy, with the family members of the accused raising questions on the selection of policemen to escort him from Thane to Taloja. Here's what the mother said.
अक्षय बोला मेरे को कभी छुड़ाएगा करके बोला। मैं बोला बाबा 1 महीने के बाद छुड़ाएगा। मैं उसको बोला कैसा है तू? उसने बोला अच्छा है। मैं बोला खाना भी नहीं मिलता है? तो वो बोला मिलता है करके। तो मेरे को बोला मम्मी इधर सब लोग खाता है पीता है, मेरे को भी होटल में कुछ खाने को नहीं मिलता, खाने को नहीं मिलता है होटल में। तो मेरे को ऐसा बोला उसने, मेरे को भी खाने के लिए पैसा भेजो करके। मैं बोला बाबा मेरे पास और कैसा भेजना, पुलिस वालों को लेता नहीं पैसा। तो वो नंबर दिया उसको, वो कैदी था दूसरा, उसका साथ में बुढ़ा था, नंबर दिया। उसके बाद मैं बोला ये क्या बोलते पोस्टमैन, उसमें भेज दो करके बोला। फिर उसको बोला बाबा तेरे को 1 महीने के बाद छोड़ेगा। उसका हाथ में पेपर था इतना बड़ा, उसमें क्या क्या लिखा था मेरे को बोल रहा है लड़का कि पढ़ के देख। मैं बोला मेरे को पढ़ने को नहीं आता, पढ़ने को नहीं आता बोला। उसने हंसा, मेरे को ऐसा भी दिया उसने, मेरे को पप्पी भी दिया मेरा बच्चे ने, और 1 घंटे में उसको मार दिया तुम लोग।
And the Supreme Court has dismissed Punjab government's plea to expand the NRI quota in medical colleges, saying that distant relatives of NRIs should not receive admission benefits. This is what the court said.
The Supreme Court dismissed the Punjab government's appeal on Tuesday, upholding a Punjab and Haryana High Court order that quashed the government's decision to expand the definition of the NRI quota for undergraduate medical admissions. The appeal was related to a notification issued by the Punjab government on the 20th of August, which sought to include distant relatives such as uncles, aunts, grandparents, and cousins of non-resident Indians in the 15% NRI quota for medical college admissions. Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud, leading a 3-judge bench, condemned the government's move as a complete fraud and described it as a money-spinning machine. He emphasized the need to halt the exploitation of the NRI quota system, stating, "This is a complete fraud and this is what we are doing to our education system. Judges know what they are dealing with." The Supreme Court declined to intervene further, noting that the High Court had dealt with the case threadbare. The bench also highlighted the detrimental effects of such an expanded quota, warning that qualified candidates with significantly higher marks in the NEET UG exams could be denied admission due to this new regulation.
That's all for the day, but leaving you with visuals of the sibling duo R. Pragnananda and his sister Vaishali after they made history at the Chess Olympiad in Hungary.